Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 10 RWA coins beyond the top 50. We're going to start with Quant, followed by Maker, XDC, IOTA, PENDLE, ZKJ, RSR, Syrup, and then we're ending with excellent number 10. Let's get straight into it. Quant against USD. So Quant is in a squeeze. But the thing is, we don't know when the breakout is going to come, right? Lower highs, very, very big lower highs, very, very big higher lows. Ooh, I'm going to assume that this is already the low. So we might rise up a little bit, clear all these buy clusters. I suspect we'll still come back down, and then we'll squeeze a little bit before the big break comes for Quant. So Quant looks good in a squeeze, but the only thing is, when are we going to break? When? Tell me, when will you be mine? Maker against USD. Maker is also in a very nice squeeze. Usually, yeah, again, we were expecting a little bit lower from Maker, right, to go past 700, sub 700, but yeah, here we are at 1007. Again, we still do not know exactly when the breakout is going to come. At the moment, it's in a very, very nice squeeze. Right, eventually we're gonna get a very clear lower high. So where is the lower high? Are we gonna clear everything over here? If we clear everything over here, I'm gonna assume that we're not gonna come back down under the skinny pink line. But if we fail to clear this cycle, this bull cycle, I suspect that we could still drop a little bit lower, like some fuel at the bottom, and after that come back up to see the big break come at the next halving, which is 2028. XDC looks pretty good as well. So if you look at XDC is potentially also in a big squeeze. I suspect XDC is coming lower, right? This is a rising channel. So rising channels usually break lower. So my guess is we are coming lower. Even the highs are marginally higher highs. Right. Are there any examples? Yeah, over here. See, we drop. Right. Yep. We dropped. So I'm going to assume that we're going to break the skinny pink line eventually. Right. Every rally that comes for XDC is very weak. We get pulled back down. Very weak. Pull down past the low over here. So yeah, no, I think XDC is going to break the skinny pink line. So, but this is good. This is healthy. I think we're going to complete a very nice C. DE again. Next halving, which is at 2028. We probably see XDC go bananas. IOTA against USD. Same freaking thing. So if you look at IOTA against USD on Bitfinex, you will see that IOTA is in a gigantic squeeze. Super big squeeze. But the question is, when is the break, right? But this is very nice. Even when the break comes, I will be expecting IOTA to go beyond double digits. Right now, we're only at 23 cents. IOTA has never really truly went bananas before, right? We have two targets, 850 and 24. But again, the only question we have is when? When is the break going to come, right? But of course, it'll be wise to scoop up IOTA when it's down, right? Scooping up IOTA at the lows. We still see another lower low first before heading higher. Go. And yeah, we are still largely under the skinny pink line on the weekly and also on the daily. So you know, the daily is above, but we are marking around it. So could we still come back down and mark around it a little bit longer? Yeah, sure, of course. But I would assume that this is already the low. Right, we're not gonna go past 10 cents. We could, but I don't think so. So yeah, just like Maker, IOTA is fantastic. Chart pattern is very high quality. PENDLE, same thing. All the 5 coins I've just mentioned have very nice chart patterns. So if you look at PENDLE, it's also in a potential squeeze. Okay, no, it's not. Sorry, it's a lower low. But still, PENDLE has very strong rallies. Every time it rallies very strong. I suspect we'll still come back down very strongly. So I'm gonna assume that this is a variety of a ascending, not exactly a triangle. Maybe this is like a head and shoulders because it's a lower low. I still expect a third valley to appear. First valley, second valley, third valley, pump. We break beyond $10, running at 462. So again, this is not an area to be going long. You go long when things are down. Do these two lows hold? Again, we're not too sure. We're not too sure ourselves. Dropping down to the weekly, this is a long-legged doji. Long-legged dojis are indecisions. So we got a hammer over here, rose higher. Hammer over here, rose higher. Could we still come back all the way down and form another lower low. Yeah, sure, of course. But I would assume that eventually you're going to see Pendle break towards the upside beyond $10. This is preparation for that break. It's like an arrow that's being pulled back. And once you really see, pam, it flies off. Very likely beyond $10. ZKJ against USD. But if you look at ZKJ is just mucking around, nothing much for us to work with. ZKJ on, yeah, the trend is still bullish for ZKJ. The only thing is that I'm going to assume that we'll go a little bit higher, maybe 250 or $2, potentially a little bit higher. We could still drop to clear these sell clusters first before heading higher. Because right now we're in a rising channel, so not the ideal kind of price action for going higher, right? But this is also good, right? Because we're also kind of very low quality type of chart pattern, so I think it's better that we don't do it. Reserve right against USD. Here we are for RSR. Yeah, RSR has been touching back the skinny pink line. There was an ascending triangle, broke out, retest once, retest twice. Not ideal. It's not ideal. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to syrup. Syrup is fairly new. I think it's maple, but nothing much for us to work with. Still new. Against USD. So had a spectacular fall. Right when it was already rising crazily, I was like, this is unsustainable. Eventually it's gonna fall. Yeah, so eventually it did fall. Right now we're in some sort of a consolidation. Could we still see a rally? Yeah. What kind of a rally? Rally to take out probably these two highs. Could we go to the skinny pink line? Yeah, sure, of course. But yeah, from a trading standpoint, it's better to stay from at this point of time. XLR against USD. So XLR seems to be. Is this gonna be a inverse head and shoulders? No, not really. Yeah, no, nothing much for XLR. So yeah, I would stay safe. Let's look at credit coin. CTC, USD. Yeah, no. So these 5 coins are fantastic. Quant, Maker, XDC, IOTA, PENDLE. The chart pattern is very, very clear on these 5. So if I were to be making a move for RWA, right, I'll be looking at these 5 coins. All right, boys. Hope you guys have a great, boys and girls. Hope you guys have a great Thursday. See you in the next one. Ta-ta!